Majo John Madden, creature of the internet, YouTube influencer wannabe, not. I don't want to be an influencer, but I do want to reach people. I have a message and I want to get it out there. On TikTok, after, I don't know, 8 months on TikTok, I had almost 1,000 followers. The bogey where you can start live streaming, and I really had the hots to do that. I switched over to YouTube because people my age don't go to TikTok, so I reached a dramatically bigger audience on TikTok, but a narrow band of people, and I want to be accessible to everybody. TikTok keeps, YouTube keeps giving me stats saying I'm reaching 3,000 people this month, and it seems to be climbing. My followers are still quite low, maybe 60 instead of 1,000. But I'm getting my message so much clearer. Oh my God. Months ago, I started organizing stuff under the heading of How to Be Happy. So I have a soon to be a YouTube channel, but right now what I'm doing is putting all the videos in one place. I've got them in a Google document because they're too long to go in the description section of a YouTube video. And it's heavy duty stuff. Probably 4 dozen or 5 dozen videos in there already, and lots more to come. And some of them are really great. And I am the expert at how to be happy. I am. I earned my stripes with 30 years of dreadful unhappiness after I had been wrongfully diagnosed as bipolar and given horrible meds that for 30 years my own psychiatrist admitted late in the game, good psychiatrist, not good enough to question the diagnosis. I hold that against all of them. But there's only one of them that I want to sue, and I may, at a hospital. But I was in hospitals 15 times in 13 years. Always suicidal, because I wanted to kill myself, because I had no life energy, and I had been crushed with the diagnosis, mentally ill. One of my goals is to destroy the psychiatry profession. I call it the industry, which I think is one of the most corrupt and one of the most ineffective. They add almost no value and lots of negatives, because telling people they have a psychiatric illness may give them an out, may give them an excuse, but it doesn't help them, and the meds don't help. David Manley, that psychiatrist, said 5%. That's probably the most you can hope it'll take. Shave 5% off your incredible emotional pain. And if it keeps you alive, maybe you'll take that deal. And I did for too long. But finally, God, life, spirit, whatever, said, okay, you've suffered enough. And I got shot like a slingshot 4 years ago, instantaneously. Everything rolled over, and now everything is possible instead of hopeless. And if I call myself an asshole now, it's as a joke, just to tease myself about how it used to be. Because I literally pulled over one day on the side of the highway and said into a video, I guess, "You are a useless piece of shit," and I believed it. Nah, it's all a joke. If I can't find something in the car, I'll go, "What a useless piece of shit you are," and I can't do it with a straight face anymore. So I have a charmed life and a very exciting life on the road for three and a half years now. I love that. I love the mobility. So in the plus column, my car's a lot better. Even though I got turned around, I got to a different auto zone and did replace the battery. And now for the first time in a couple of years, looks like I have a car that will reliably start. I'll almost never need to jump. I still have good cables when the battery was so dreadful. And one day, the only thing that helped was the guy had better cables. I thought, you got to invest in better cables. I don't think so. I do need to invest. I could have done that today in a tow strap, because I'm going to the beach. And with two-wheel drive, I'm always getting stuck in the sand, and tow strap is good to have. Because Latino guys in pickup trucks, it's like they consider it a sin to pass by somebody in trouble. And I learned that from them. I will not pass by somebody with their hood open who I think is in trouble. And in one great instance, he even said everything's fine. Kids down there got thrown off their motorcycle and help is on the way. And as I went to the embankment, he said, big strapping 40-year-old fire and rescue guy, he said, you can't go down there, it's too steep. You'll go right down the mountain. And I said, well, maybe I will, maybe I won't. And I slammed into the motorcycle and didn't go down the mountain and sat with those kids and kept them company and kept telling them help is on the way. So I'm parked in a safe spot. I've got a tienda right across the way that be open, I don't know how long, another hour, maybe a couple hours. I could go over there and get a soda. I've got money in my pocket. I got my check yesterday. The battery was super expensive. 5-year warranty. The other one had 2 years and it was expired. 5-year warranty. The guy, Ivan, was great. He was great. Latino guys loved the kid. And I said, 5 years? I'm not going to live that long. I intend to live a lot longer, but I sure don't know. Sure don't know. I've come close to going off the cliff in lots of ways and lots of different times. A couple of people have tried to kill me. Tried. Yeah. Didn't manage. This woman down in Cardell, an hour from here, an hour south, almost all the way to Veracruz, did not try to kill me, but she stole a woman's sperm because we had been hot for each other until I realized that she didn't know jack about relationships. And she was just happy to have a man in her life, and beyond that, she didn't give a shit about me. Oh, I got a man now. That's great. He seems fine. So when I turned out not to be fine, when I said, no, you can't kick the dog around, the 8-week-old puppy, no, no, no. And you obviously don't really care about me. So I need to ride back to Xalapa. So she started to give me a ride back to Xalapa, and then changed her mind and stole all my shit, drove off, and left me stranded in the town square of Cardell 9 days ago. Came out of that okay. Got to the Coppel store, sent off a WhatsApp message to my friend Lee. He sent me $100. Got a cab back to Xalapa. All worked out. My car is warm. I've got warm clothes. I've got warm blankets. It's raining, which it just does here. Hate the climate. I gotta get out of here. So Sunday morning is the safe time to drive in a car that has no brakes. Just a little bit of brakes. I've really learned how to work them. I was in rush hour traffic coming here, and I did fine. Sunday morning, if I get going by 7, as soon as it's light enough to drive, I'll make some hay towards Veracruz. Get off the mountain. I could be in Veracruz Sunday morning. It's just a couple hours from here. Back to the beach. That'd transform everything and be warmer climate. Cardell was dramatically warmer. Oh my God, dramatically warmer. Xalapa has this awful climate. But it's exciting, and when I realized I had given up the notion there were places in Xalapa I wanted to get back to one more time and people I wanted to say goodbye to. I said, no, 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 no. You just get out of town, and God heard the original yes. Yeah. Life said, no, you really want to go there. You got to get down to the Centro one more time. Yeah. You find it so exciting. It's a great city, but take taxis. Taxis are cheap, and I'll pretend I have enough money to last a month. I've decided not to do the super expensive brake work this month. Just make do. If I go to Veracruz, then I can just putter around, and it's flat there. Got enough cigarettes till tomorrow. That's good. I love the line from Blues Brothers. Well, it's the Dan Aykroyd and John Belushi, and they say, got a full tank of gas, full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes, or vice versa. It's dark and we're wearing sunglasses. Let's go. I had a spot I wanted to park in this neighborhood, and magically in the dark did recognize the neighborhood when I got here. Okay, no, I know exactly where I am. We've spent a week there and a couple days another time, and we can park right between the Bola de Oro coffee shop and the X24 24-hour convenience store, and the Pizza Hut has a Wi-Fi. And the Pizza Hut is right next to me, and I don't think I could load videos there, but I could do an awful lot on the internet. No, too many cars were parked there on a Friday night. So I'm just a couple blocks away, and I think I may literally be right across from the mechanic who had not fixed my brakes but fixed a couple of things and put a temporary battery in my car and said, please return it when you get your new battery. And I was gonna not bother. It's just shit old battery. But now I'm here, and I think I'm on his Wi-Fi. I think that's why I have 2 bars of Wi-Fi. Not enough to do much. But I haven't even checked to see if I can get on National Public Radio. I bet I can't. I'll end up likely looking at downloaded YouTube videos, of which I've got a trove of them now. I cleared off enough memory from my iPhone because I shoot so many videos, and Apple Tech people gave me the wrong steer. Every time I asked them, I've got like 1,500, now it's like 2,700 videos. I've got a huge memory in this phone, but it's always going out because I've got all these videos. And they kept saying, no, you can't delete the videos from your phone because they will go away from the iCloud. No, they're wrong. What will happen is they won't get backed up every night like good little iPhones do, but you have to be on Wi-Fi and power to do that, and that's almost never the case for me, so that doesn't apply. And I've learned that the stuff I like, I can manually back up to the iCloud, and then it's safe. Then I can delete it from the phone. So these days, as soon as I get a video up on YouTube, I delete it. But I've still got 2,700 videos on there. But the other night, I just got mad because I just kept videos would cut out for being out of memory. So I went through, and every video I could find for the last 3 or 4 months that was shot in the dark, some of which I thought had really great content, I said, no, they're shitty videos. Get rid of them. So now I've got a little buffer on my memory. So I can do this without worrying. I think not worrying that it's going to cut out. And download some extra YouTube stuff. A little bit of Trump, and a whole lot of stuff about movies and things like that. It's now 4 days after Navidad. It's still the Navidad season. If this was New Orleans, we'd be just 7 days away from Mardi Gras season, which kicks off January 6th. That was amazing. First winter in a warm climate, and no post-holiday letdown, because number one, I had nobody to celebrate the holidays with, so no letdown. Number two, no, Christmas in New Orleans, they literally call it Happy Almost Mardi Gras. And for the good people of New Orleans, not the fussy middle-class people who clear out for Mardi Gras because it irritates them, but the people who thrive on Mardi Gras, the 80% black people in New Orleans, it was so exciting. The whole 6 weeks ramping up, it was so exciting. So I'll have my own little Mardi Gras here. And the woman who cleaned my clock in Cardell said Veracruz has a very nice, they don't call it Mardi Gras, they call it, what do they call it in Brazil? You know, the Brazil version of Mardi Gras. She said, we do a good version of that there. I may bump into her and punch her in the nose. I want to so bad, but probably would, I don't know, I might ignore her. I sent her a scathing WhatsApp. Oh boy, I blistered her. Knowing she wouldn't read it. Because even before Even before we were over, she wasn't reading anything that looked like it was hard work. I sit here and look at you, I make eyes at you, whoever you are. If anybody reads this, listens to this, when I put it on my How to Be Happy channel, and within the next couple of days I may create that damn channel, and then promote it on Mastodon. I won't do Twitter anymore, and I hate Facebook. But Mastodon looks really inviting as an alternative place where people go to talk about interesting things, and where people might say, this looks interesting, let's check out his YouTube channel. Maybe, we'll see. For the first year of the COVID, I just was dying to get anything online, and I was a year and a half of people saying, you need a YouTube channel, before I finally did it. And now I got hundreds of videos on YouTube. The issue is organizing them and cross-referencing and knowing what the hell is out there, what I've said. Try not to repeat myself, but a good story deserves repeating, and it always comes out different. So I may spend the whole night looking at all the videos I put up today, because I put up a ton of videos before Oscar woke up from my friend next to me in the barrio there in Moctezuma, taxi driver, drives all night and sleeps most of the day. But he had jump-started my car a couple times, and about 3 in the afternoon he jump-started my car and everything changed. Got down off the mountain, tried to say goodbye to the right people, but it happened so fast. I'm going to send off some WhatsApp to say goodbye to a couple people. And that's the life I've embraced. We'll see when I get to the Riviera Maya if I actually settle down. I think I want to for at least part of the time. Probably won't get back to the U.S. It might be difficult to do it because I'm illegally here. I do not have, what do they call, some kind of a entrance something, because I'm not supposed to be here. Yeah, it's true. It's true. That's another story. All right. Good night. This isn't gonna get posted till tomorrow because I'm not. It's not, this Wi-Fi here is not strong enough to post anything. But up the hill, there's the Gringo Mall. They call it the Urban Plaza Urban, and it's got Starbucks, Office Max, AutoZone. I think that's the big three Americans, and some good Mexican stuff. So interesting things to me. And I like the Bola de Oro, which is across the street from there. Nice coffee shop. I like them. I gave them a great Google review already. And they were all wearing Christmas hats, like 10-cent polystyrene, poly whatever. They're cheap shit hats, but they all had their nice orange hats on. And I said, oh, that's great, I want one. And the manager gave me his. I'm sure he's got a whole box of them. But I have fun with the people there, so that's great. All right. Come on, let's talk for a while. Break out some beers. I don't have any beer. I have some tequila. I might hit that. But you're such a good listener. It's hard for me to shut up. Oh, God. Bye. 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 Sayonara. Hasta la vista, baby.